Class is dismissed, boys and girls.
You're in. Let's go!
Previously on the YTV Retrospective.
Those eggs are done for!
Check this out. Everybody. Check it out.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
But wait, why is it in August?
Well, I'm glad you asked. You see, we're going to be doing something different with our Christmas special, as we're going to be taking a look at a special I was supposed to do last December. Thanks, mental burnout and an overworked filming and editing schedule. This year will be a two-parter. And funny enough, both of the characters we're going to be talking about share a bit of history with one another. And both specials were made by the same company. So let's get started by having some spinach. As our first character is Popeye the Sailor Man. Popeye was a character that started out in the comic strip Thimble Theater in 1929, created by Elsie Chrysler Seeger, which would also include his cavalcade of cast members, the hamburger-munching Wimpy, Popeye's love interest Olive Oil, and the muscular bully Bluto the Terrible. The comics were a breakout success, and almost every newspaper reader during the Great Depression knew who Popeye the Sailor was. It was only inevitable when Seeger would try to push the character to stardom in the same vein as Mickey Mouse. In 1932, the characters of Thimble Theater would be adapted into theatrical shorts by the legendary animation studio Fleischer Studios, the creators of Betty Boop and the classic Superman shorts. These shorts are a sight to behold, especially the short Popeye the Sailor meets Sinbad the Sailor, combining 2D cells on real model sets. It's a gorgeous short that very few studios attempted back then. Usually it's the other way around, a real human character in a world of animation. Popeye would be a mainstay for Fleischer Studios, with a grand total of 109 shorts, spanning all the way to 1942. And we will pause our history lesson here to go to our main course, with the 2004 movie, Popeye's Voyage, The Quest for Pappy. Produced by Lionsgate, King's Feature Syndicate, and anime by Mainframe Entertainment, this direct-to-DVD movie starts with a map showing Shipwreck Rock on a dark and stormy night. A shadowy figure is being chased by a cloudy master hand, and his boat hits a rock. However, a familiar face shows up.
Leave that feller alone. That ain't right.
What? Who said that?
Says me. Popeye the Sailor Man.
It's Popeye, here voiced by Billy West, in the hardest role he ever did. To him, the voice was like a buzzsaw to the throat. And he immediately finds his father. Well, that was quick. Roll credits. Turns out it was a dream, and he is woken up by Bluto, played by Mainframe regular Gary Chalk.
You're trying to tell me what to do, huh? You ain't the boss of me!
How many times have we got to go through this, I wonder? As long as I is the captain and you is voice mate, I is the boss here. Now keeps get down so you don't wake Sweet Pea.
Here in this movie is more of a frenemy, rather than the rival bully we are pretty much used to. On his way to see Olive Oil, shenanigans ensue with Sweet Pea. They run to Wimpy and decide to add to his hamburger trust fund.
I would gladly pay you Tuesday if you would advance me the price of a second hamburger today.
His ultimate scam.
It's Tuesday, Wimpy. Where's me money?
Oh dear, Popeye, I don't have it, but I'd gladly pay you Tuesday.
Olive Oil, voiced by Tabitha St. Germain, is excited to see Popeye for the holidays. I forgot this was a Christmas movie. As Popeye tells her about his dream that his Pappy is in danger. She took it well.
Can't believe you're going away for the holidays because of a stupid dream! When are you ever gonna settle down?
Actually, it was a nightmare, Olive.
Nah, she actually took it pretty well. She wants to join in on the expedition as well, much to Bluto's dismay.
No dames, no babies, no worries.
Well, hello, Mr. Bluto.
Hey, what are you doing here?
If this was the original cartoon, he would pretty much take every advantage that he could get to keep Olive to himself. Wimpy is brought aboard, lured by the turkey dinner Olive made, and they set sail.
We're off to rescue Pappy, and I'm heading out to sea. We'll save me long-lost father and find out why he run out on me.
A rain cloud watches over them and follows them. We learn that this is from our main villain for the movie, the Sea Hag, played by Kathy Bates.
Oh, they'll be sorry.
Popeye mops the floor with the cloud. A fog gets in their way, and Popeye could see through it with a flash pipe and blows the fog away.
See? What did I tell you? Nothing to worry about.
The Sea Hag is delighted to know that Popeye is trekking the sea to fulfill a prophecy. A siren lures out Popeye, hypnotizes him,
I am the keeper of the secrets of the sea. These I will reveal if you give yourself to me.
The lost city of Atlantis.
I guess it must have just been misplaced or something.
I know how to make it cleaner!
and single-handedly breaks the spell just by being with Olive. Even Sweet Pea was able to fend off a sea serpent and Wimpy at the same time, trying to get the key for the turkey dinner. After an argument with Popeye and Olive when it comes to his father,
why would me own father run out of me when I was just a tyke and never bothered to come back for me?
Maybe he just don't like me.
The Sea Hag decides that enough is enough, and focuses her attacks on Olive Oil. She casts a spell on Olive to fall in love with Bluto,
What?
Oh, ain't you handsome?
and the key is finally taken by Wimpy. Popeye and Sweet Pea have a sweet moment with each other as another day falls to a close.
Close your eyes and rest. You can count on me.
The next morning, they find Shipwreck Rock.
Land ho!
They also end up finding Poop Deck Pappy, also voiced by Billy West, and it doesn't look like he needs rescuing.
Wow.
What are you, nuts? Have you gone soft in the head? You got to get out of here. I don't need no rescuing.
Probably had a best friend who was a volleyball and didn't want to leave him. Popeye tried to bribe Pappy with a good meal, and it's already eaten by Wimpy. Man, he really is the embodiment of gluttony. The spell breaks from Olive and tries to make amends with Pappy. Meanwhile, the siren tries to lure Popeye away again at his lowest point, and succeeds.
I need you.
We learn more about the prophecy. In order to rule the sea hag needs to get the son of the one-eyed sailor. Pappy saved Popeye from the prophecy before, at the cost of one of his eyes.
Eyed sailor, she plucked me eye out herself in a sea battle. When she heard tell I had a son, she figured she had to get that ink pink or gets rid of him. I spent the last 30 years in this terrible sea of mystery, battling the hag so she'd never get me little Popeye.
Everyone tries to save Popeye with no luck. However, the spell is broken, and he is mad.
That's all I can stand, and I can't stand no more.
He goes for his secret weapon. No, ya goof, it's spinach! And is somehow able to eat lightning like it was nothing.
You're gonna eat lightning, and you're gonna crap thunder.
So long, Bowser.
Not me, you fool!
At least it's not a Sharknado. The day is saved, and everyone has a festive Christmas dinner. Sort of. Everyone makes amends, and the movie ends with a remix of Popeye's theme by Team Motato.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish because I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
And that was Popeye's Voyage, The Quest for Pappy, and it was an okay movie. Sure, it feels kind of out of place for a Christmas movie, and the audio editing could have been better, as you can't hear some of the characters at times. But for a Popeye movie, it's fine. It nails the characters down, mostly. And the animation from Mainframe does match the energy of the shorts. To an extent. Originally, this was going to be a CGI project for legendary stop-motion animator Will Vinton. However, when he lost the studio in 2002, it was given to Mainframe Entertainment instead. Kind of bitter knowing that knowledge of what could have been. For a movie that commemorates the 75th anniversary of the comic strip, it's pretty serviceable. Now, where were we? Yes. Back to the history lesson. With the success of the Popeye shorts, Paramount demanded more from Fleischer Studios. causing a rapid expansion, which caused a labor strike in 1937 that would last 5 months. The first of its kind in the animation industry, just a few years before the strike against Disney in 1941. So they decided to move the studio to Miami, Florida, in order to benefit from lower corporate tax structures and as an alleged escape from the strike, with 2 theatrical films being produced, with 1938's Gulliver's Travels and 1941's Mr. Bug Goes to Town. The relationship between founders and brothers, Dave and Max Fleischer, began to deteriorate, and they stopped speaking with each other in 1939. With both brothers resigning from the studio, it would be bought in 1942 by Paramount, and would become Famous Studios, based on the original name for Paramount, the Famous Players Film Group. The final short made by Fleischer Studios being the 1942 Superman short, Terror on the Midway. Famous Studios would continue making Popeye and Superman shorts until 1957 with the 230th short, Spooky Swabs, and the final Superman short in 1943, Secret Agent. Popeye would come back in many ways, through television shows, a movie starring Robin Williams, a movie almost made by Sony Animation and Genndy Tartakovsky, and a web series. He's also the mascot for stores selling health supplements. Kind of ironic considering that he was a mascot for a fried chicken restaurant.
Well, that takes care of him.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
But just because they were done with one character, doesn't mean that new characters could be created. See you next time for part 2.
Next time on the YTV Retrospective.
Check this out. Check it out.
Hi, you're watching YTV Retrospective. My name's Gary Chalk. I'm the voice of Optimus Primal, Optimus Prime, He-Man, Master of the Universe, Dr. Robotnik, and many, many more. And I urge you to come and watch and listen to this show. All right, transform and roll out.